When you wish upon an anime figure. Alright, we're back with another Wishlist Wednesday. Again, say that 10 times fast, it's impossible. So today I figured we'd cover an original character that I like, and then two other characters that I feel go together and are from an airing anime currently happening this season. So I felt like it would be a good option to use those two together because I feel like they go together, and then talk about the original character that I want to maybe get. So the original character is the Assassin Nico 1/7 complete figure provisional pre-order. Now, I'm kind of on the edge about this. This one, if I'll get it, maybe it's one I get eventually, but it just looks really stunning and really beautiful, and I think that that's what I really like. Again, all of this is coming off AmiAmi, so it's up for pre-order right now. If you like this figure, you can definitely buy it, and I think, honestly, I eventually will get it because I really enjoy it, and it'd be one of the few original figures that I actually have in my collection. So I think that that's something I really want to strive to do more in 2024, is have more original figures. I really don't know much about them in terms of like good makes, good quality, who are good production companies, stuff like that, right? So I'm learning that as we go through it. So maybe this one's coming out in March of 2025, so maybe I can learn up a little bit before we actually get there. But I just wanted to show it because I think it's really, really cool. So as we're coming in, we're just going to take a look at these photos real fast. And again, I love this sculpt. I love her laying across the table. This like gun knife thing is really, really cute. The other thing I really like are these like arm stockings that she's got that go over the finger and then they go all the way up to the elbow. Like, that's really cute. Of course, from the back, the beautiful sculpting on different things is just really, really cute, and I enjoy this a lot. To say it nicely, right? Good sculpt, good sculpt. From the top, I mean, what I really think catches my attention from here is the wine glass with the feet. Looks really, really, like, that's really awesome. It's a nice detail to add. The tail's really nice, the hair's really nice, and I love the cat ears. Sucker for cat girls. It's my favorite. My favorite, not a furry, but it's very good. And I think the small details that I really, you start to see as you flip through these photos, like the candles, and then also on the base of the table, they look really good. And then just the other photos, yeah, I mean, the sculpt on the ears and the hair, the eyes, they don't really give you a facial feature. Ooh, that's a shot right there. Shit. But, it's like, I'm not really seeing a lot on the face, so that's kind of concerning. Anytime I feel a figure doesn't give you a clean face shot, it raises some red flags for me as to what maybe they're trying to hide, because, why not just show a clean shot of the face? So that's a little concerning, in my opinion, that it doesn't have that. But I do think overall the things that are really going with this, I mean, the dress, the sculpt, the build, the table, this fabric underneath the table looks really, really nice. I enjoy that. I enjoy the holster and what little of the dress is there. Superb. So, this figure for me, I think would be a very good stepping stone into this original figure world, because again, I don't know much about it. So let's check out some of the details and see, because again, I'm not really sure. So yeah, coming out March of 2025. Mister. Okay. Never heard of them. 222,000 yen. Not bad. Not bad. Main figure, round table, candlestick. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, there's not a lot here to describe the figure, but, I think this is one I really kind of enjoy in terms of original figures. Again, I don't know much, so if you know anything about where I can find more information about that, leave a comment below, because, I would like to learn more and start to include more of these figures in my display case instead of just my anime figures and my game figures, which I have plenty of. Almost too many. It's almost exclusively them. We'll get there. We'll get there. These next two figures go hand in hand in my opinion. And that is the Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Union 1/8 complete figure pre-order. And we're going to be talking about the Konosuba Megumin pre-order. Now, technically these are different figures in terms of who makes them, I'm pretty sure. Prisma Wing and Belfine. Okay, but I feel like when I look at these two figures, the quality is very similar in the way that the base with the book is very similar, and they definitely draw inspiration off each other. And so for me, when I'm looking at these two, I'm just saying like their quality is the same, they look the same, and they basically are compatible with each other, which is why I'm putting them together in this review. And the reason I'm putting them both there is because obviously Konosuba Season 3 is almost into its last episode of the season, so I really want to get and ride that hype train for the Konosuba fans, but also because I like Konosuba, and I think Megumin is a fantastic character, and Union is a fantastic character. So again, I think it's a great time to put these two characters together and talk about them. And while we're putting two characters together to talk about, how about we get put together by you subscribing and leaving a comment down below. That way you can follow all of my content. Back to the figures. So this Union figure, other than just the idea of like the base with the book, I really like the clouds and the puff, the kind of clouds and the jewels. These look really, really nice. Her sculpt looks really clean. I enjoy Union's build quite a bit, if you catch my drift. And this face is just quintessential Union. And I think that is, they nailed it when you think about her freaking out in the show and her mannerisms with the hands together, like very well done. Like, ooh, that's such a good face of her. And I think they just did a really, really good job on the sculpt. Now, I can't tell if they have like a band in the hair. Yeah, they kind of have, there it is. They have this kind of like band over the top, so we'll see how that actually looks. I'm not, it looks kind of out of place here, like a different shade almost, like a darker black, but I don't know, we'll see how it looks. I know it's like a headband and it's not actually her hair, but it kind of stands out. But I think overall, they did a really fantastic job on the sculpt, and the detail on the base is really, really nice and pretty immaculate and looks clean. So I'll take that any day of the week. Obviously I think this is both these figures, actually the base is the important part of this figure. Not that the figure itself should be made poorly, but the base is definitely where it's at in my opinion on this figure. So this is the re-release that I'm looking at for for you it's 18,700, which isn't bad. I think that's a reasonable price, $120 basically. That's a pretty reasonable price, and it just seems like it'd be a good product. So I'm excited for that one. Jumping over to the Megumin, again, I think some of these photos look a little photoshopped, so I'm genuinely curious to see what they bring to the table. But for me, it looks like they have different two different faces and hands. I think that's right, if I'm looking at this correctly. And we're gonna keep flipping. Yeah, so you can do two different faces, and yeah, that's really cool. I like when she has the eye patch on. It's makes Megumin, And so, Chimosuke, such a cutie. But yeah, I think this one, again, the book's immaculate, and the base has a really, really nice flair to it. It's a reasonable size. This one looks a little bit softer in terms of its details. So maybe this quality, it looks really plasticky. So maybe this quality is a little bit lower. But again, I think that's maybe just how they photoshopped it. because it doesn't have that feel everywhere. Like this photo doesn't feel super like plasticky. It looks relatively normal. So I don't know, maybe it's just how they photoshopped it to make it look that way. But you know, this one's definitely on the more expensive side with that $240 price tag. But I do think it will be worth it, because I love Konosuba, I love Chimosuke, I love Megumin, I love Union. So I think having these two characters together in a display case would look really, really nice. So I plan to probably get both these at some point. We'll see. They're both pre-orders for 2025, so I don't feel too... sorry, the Megumin is for 2025. The Union is for October of this year, sorry. But I don't feel too shocked to get either of these. I think they'll both be fantastic pre-orders if you decided to get them. And again, I think the original Catgirl Assassin would be a great addition to anyone's shelf, which is why it's on my personal wish list. Now, if you have a wish list that you would like me to talk about, you know, drop that link down below. I'd be happy to go through and, you know, talk about some characters that you guys like and, you know, put my 2 cents and my input on those. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and as always, you're cool.